Hello and welcome back to No Man's Sky, everybody. ElanPaul here with your episode. Hold on, I think I know this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be number 4 of the new Voyagers 2025 playthrough, story mode, of course. So we're going to go ahead and get started right away. We're going to leave the space station, head out to the Anomaly that we had just called in, and we're going to go ahead and get started over there. And there we go. So this is our first trip to the Anomaly. I purposely went out of my way. That's pretty cool. You're getting a shadow of the space station on the side of the Anomaly. That's pretty cool. Purposely got all that buried technology, salvage data, if you will, because we got some things we need to buy. So we're going to do that here. So we get a tour of the Anomaly, and you notice that from now on, when you're in single player mode, they will always land you in this front space. Thank you, Hello Games. We really appreciate it. Alright, so while we're here, first thing it tells us to do is what? Go up there. So we can either try to fly straight up there, unless you don't have enough booster in your jetpack. Try to land up here first, and then you can take it the rest of the way. There you go. See? So the first person we're talking to is Priest Entity Nada. I am Priest Entity Nada, Divergent Korvax. Welcome to our Anomaly. Our home here is pleasant, yes? Polo's own design, a perfect bubble beyond the Sentinels, beyond vengeful Korvax. Nada watches time come and go. I'm going to ask about Artemis. A traveler entity, perhaps they are known to you? I do not know their number. Nada does not care to think about iterations as numbers. Iterations is a very interesting word. They were lost to us, highly improbable. Our Anomaly is lost to the Sentinels, but none should be lost to the Anomaly. The Korvax watches me. There is a patience and organic tilt to the way they hold their metal shell. Let's ask about Nada. Nada awoke with the death of Korvax Prime, could not understand why such things happen, why we are alone. Now I am divergent. The convergence do not see through my eyes. Nada is not alone anymore. Nada is with Polo Friend. Now, many other friends visit. Our convergence is small, but Nada happy. Nada's carapace pulses with a gentle light. There is something familiar about them. Ask about Polo. Polo Friend found Nada, found my signal. Nada is safe. Now, Nada finds other signals, makes others safe. The station has been calling to me since I woke up on the planet. Perhaps it called to Artemis as well? Ask about this space station. Beyond what is outside, our Anomaly wanders free. Free like Nada, to observe, to search. The Sentinels, the Atlas, they do not care for this place. I feel their eyes hunting us. Nada watches me, judging my reactions as they speak. I'm going to go ahead and leave. Speak with Polo Friend Traveler. Perhaps they might know more about missing Artemis. They perceive things more clearly than Nada. Okay, so we'll talk to Polo. Hey, Specialist Polo. Friends everywhere, if only you know where to look. Friends in all shapes, all sizes, all places. Artemis Friend, you are where they should be. Does not seem possible. But all things are possible, such is the universe. We will find them, no doubt. There is always a signal, always a trace. Ask how. Our home will seek to it. When you leave, you will not be where you were. You will be closer. Or maybe not. Discovery is exciting, yes? Before you leave, perhaps spend some time with other friends. We all help each other here. Okay. Yeah, he's kind of crazy, but I like the guy. So it's directing us to say hi to certain individuals. Let's just take the path it tells us to for now. First one we're going to hit is this fellow over here. His name is Helios. Ah, young one, you who still roam the boundaries of this universe, how I envy you. My time out in reality has long passed, but I miss it greatly. Perhaps you might help an old soul and share the things you've seen? I yearn for the stars, for the glory of discovery, so we'll give him some data on the planets we've discovered. Thank you, little one. You have no idea what this means to me. Please take these nanites. They are nothing, but they are all I have now. So, that was cool. Gave us, what, 30 nanites. That was kind of nice. Now, you can come back to Iteration Helios on occasion, and he may give you also some other things, so keep an eye open for that. This fellow over here is Ares. We're going to go ahead and visit him ourselves now. Traveler hopes to make progress. Traveler tests themselves. I will help. In exchange, progress for progress. Or wealth, perhaps. Experience or materials, both valid. Today, gold nuggets. So he changes every single day. He changes an item that he'll trade out with you. and you get that trade, and he'll give you something in return. It's not always the best trade in the world, so I would suggest holding off on that. But anyway, if we transmit milestone data, you have seen much, but do you understand? Not for me to know. Please take this. Look how many nanites we just got from him. 700 nanites. Good one to visit every now and then once you get done with your travels. He also sells C-class upgrades of every type and every variety. All of them C-class, but it comes in handy in a pinch. Alright, let's go up here, and we're going to visit this terminal in the back left corner. It's directing us towards. This fellow over here is Celine, that's right. Her, I should say. And she sells exosuit upgrades. Traveler, new. Your suit is an extension of yourself. Let me aid you. And then you get all the upgrades. Now, my suggestion is there's a lot of things you would love to go ahead and grab at this particular point in time. Hold off on those, okay? Don't get any of the upgrades yet. Wait until after you're done with the main storyline. You're going to get a lot of upgrades for free that you don't have to spend those wonderful nanites you have, okay? So wait on that. You do want to, though, grab an exosuit upgrade. And every system you can stop at the space station and stop here to get an exosuit upgrade. I'm going to continue down here for a little while. Let me fill in another gap. Let's get this one. And the cost is going to continue to go up. Just keep that in mind. Before we leave, we're going to hit the construction research terminal next to it. I'm going to move over to this area. So what I'd like to get is I'd like to get my own landing pad for my ship. So it cost me 10 of those salvage data I picked up. I just got a signal booster and it wasn't trying. Oh well. We'll get that later. They normally give it to you for free, but I accidentally purchased it. I don't see power here. You do have a medium refinery you can get, but you'll be getting some of that later. There's your roamer. You'll get that for free. Posters, cosmetic items, void antenna. I don't have that. Fossil displays, lighting. There we go. Power. So on the power side of things, I'm going to get a solar panel. And I need the cloaking unit. The electrical cloaking unit is very handy to have. It'll help hide everything that's on your site. And then finally, if you want to, you can get your electromagnetic generator, but it's useless to you until you get a visor that can see what you're looking for. Finally, I'm going to get not necessarily the wall switch, but this opens up the other items over here. I usually like having either the proximity switch or the floor switch to activate our hold on, I know this. Our portal at our base, because that way it doesn't use as much power. Okay? There you go. Only costs carbon. Floor switch costs ferrite dust and ionized cobalt, so it's a little more expensive, so I'll stick with this one. Alright, so we're down to 16 data. I don't think we really need anything else at this time. No. Pretty sure we don't. Alright, and that's more cosmetic items. Oh, and don't get your storage containers yet. Again, you'll get those for free. Alright, so anything else I need over here? I don't think so. I think everything's ready to go. We're in good shape, so I'm going to hold off buying anything else. And we'll go from there. So this fella here is your Starship research person, Hyperion. So when you get into there, all the Starship upgrades that you can possibly imagine and want are all here. Again, I do suggest holding off on getting some of these. Some of these you'll be getting for free. So it's good to wait on that. Interesting. Instability drive. Just realized, looks like some stuff is missing. They don't give you the ability to get a specific type of hyperdrive upgrade. That's interesting. Not until you finish the part of the storyline, and then you can go there. The other two stations over here, this one's the exocraft research. This is your multi-tool research if you want to get multi-tool items as well. I won't read what he says here this time. And so you can get your combat scope, you can get your survey device. There's a lot of things you can get in here, but I'm going to hold off getting these things because, again, you get a lot of these things for free. Finally, you can check out the weapon terminal just to see what they've got. Nothing special, as you can see. And this one is a synthesis laboratory. This is where you pick up items that you can make and build, including some very valuable ones as well. We'll hold off on that for now. Okay. I do need to get some plasma. My plasma launcher. I keep forgetting that. Alright, so now we're going to come back to Nada. Nada and Polo drift between worlds and worlds. There are many. Have you seen them, traveler friend? Nada wishes they could. Nada regrets much. Ask what to do. Traveler entity is free to make their own path. Find Artemis entity. Explore with others. Travel to great sights. Proceed as you will, traveler entity. We will aid you. Others will aid you also, even if you seek the Crimson Lyre. Crimson Lyre being the Atlas. So I'm going to start with just help with Artemis, because that's the storyline that we're on right now. Of course, Nada has a small gift for you. Perhaps it will help, perhaps not. Nada and Polo friend will continue to search. Speak to us whenever you desire. Okay, so he gave us 120 nanites. That's kind of nice. Alright, so we're literally done with everybody in here. You don't have to hit anybody else. You're complete. So we'll go ahead and leave the system, and off we go. Now, we could stop by the Quicksilver vendor and pick up all the rewards and stuff like that, but I'm going to hold off on that. We're going to do this legit. And there we go. We are gone. Alright. So my suggestion is we go ahead and head to the space station one more time. Oh, before we do, let's stop and answer the message. Unknown signal. Zzz. Where? Zzz. Is there anyone out there? It's outside. Something's wrong with... Zzz. Identify yourself. I tell the stranger that I can hear them. There is a moment's pause. The only sound I hear is the background hiss of cosmic radiation. You found me. There's so little light. I thought I'd never hear another soul again. I really did. How did you find my voice? Say you found a crashed ship. I tell the stranger about the abandoned starship wreck and how I found their communicator ID in the distress beacon. I began to mention the anomalous space station, but they cut me off. It's outside, but I think I'm safe. There are 16 of them. They look just like Ask about the 16. Fear and confusion dance within the eyes of the stranger. After a few moments of silence, they turn to me, imploring. You don't know who you are, do you? You It lied to me. It lied to all of The sound cuts out, but their face lingers on, silent, before it too fades into nothingness. This must be Artemis, and they are clearly in need of help. I need to find a way to boost their signal. Okay. Locate a long-distance transmitter. Okay, so in this system we're going to be doing some stuff here, apparently, and looking for a long-distance transmitter as well. Let's hit the space station first, like I said. Green. Very green. Like Emerald City in here. Is that what I think it is? That is a exotic ship. Always S-class. Very nice. Blue and gold. Sweet. Costs a lot of money. I'm not even going to bother with that. Let me see. Lifeform ship. Yeah, look at that. That's a beaut. Look at that pretty thing. And pretty good on the arrangement of the outputs here. The supercharged slots, not bad. Let me see what the price is. Yeah, sure enough, 26.6. I have no money for this. But very, very nice. This is, for anybody who needs to know, there is the glyphs for the Euclid Galaxy at the bottom left-hand corner. So you who are doing portal travel, well, tell it the big portal travel will know exactly how to get here. It's in the space station, guys. Looks like it's one of the first landers as well. Very nice. Very nice. I'll have to remember that myself if I can. Right. I have to remember what I was doing that distracted me so much. We're going to grab another exosuit upgrade. You'll notice that it now costs 15,000 units to get the upgrade. We'll put it down here. Alright, good deal. And We could check the multi-tools, but I doubt we're going to find one better than the one we just did. It's a B class. Looks like it's got a paralysis mortar in it. That's not bad. How much do they run? Yeah, 2 million. Yep, I am not going to trade out. Sorry, my friend. And another B class. 2 supercharged slots and a decaying probe. Yeah, well, we need to worry about that. Alright, you know, let's check the upgrades for our ship. It's always good to make sure you have something decent. S-Class hyperdrive, let's grab it. Pulse engine S-Class as well. I think we have room for both. And that should do for now. I have to sell that one. I forgot about that. Let me just sell that one upgrade real quick. And we're going to sell, and we're going to get rid of this one. Okay, good deal. Alright, so what can we do here? So, which is our lowest? 59, I think, right? Let's get rid of you. I'll put you in. Hyperdrive range just went up to almost 600. Right there. 256 light years, 100% warp efficiency, which means the warp efficiency will affect this now, and we'll start getting good mileage out of it, if you will. Alright, so let me put this in as well. You know, some of our maneuverability just skyrocketed as well. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, good. Alright. So I think we're in good shape. Let me move my chromatic metal over. I'll move this over as well. We need to cook that up. Alright. Looks good. Okay, so we're done here. Alright, guys. So let's go to the transmitter. Alright. We'll do a scan. Should tell us of a transmitter. No? Alright. Let me go into here. We're going to go into our log and see what it's doing. Oh, it wants us to go back there. No, we need to do this. Need to do this. There we go. Alright, Hollow Terminus is over here. Off we go. Is it on this planet or a different one? Oh, it's a minute away, so... yeah, that's what I thought. So which one was this planet here? The Bleak planet and dissonance detected. Okay, we can kill a couple birds with stones here, my friends. We are definitely going to hang on to this ship, but I think it's time for us to get, and I didn't expect this to happen so soon, to get ourselves a, what is with the coloring that keeps changing like that? That is so weird. It is time for us to get a dissonant ship, a sentinel ship. Okay, let's talk to this guy. Friend, blah, 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 blah. Even before I speak, the pilot has already prepared their cargo manifest. They seem keen to do a deal. Okay. You can get some pretty halfway decent stuff from these guys once in a while, but I don't recommend any of this. And you can also sell stuff that you acquired if you can while you're in transit. So I know what we're doing this episode. We've gone through the Anomaly, and now we're going to get ourselves a dissonant ship. A sentinel ship, I keep saying that. Alright, down we go. Now this is the approximate location, so let's come in a little bit short. Looks like we got a storm going on. Can't see a blessed thing now. Oh. Thank heavens for the glow. Alright, we got a building over there. How close is it to there? I'd say pretty close. Let's check it. Nope, that's not what we're looking for. Oh, another building right there. No, that doesn't look like it either. Oh, yes it is. That's the tower we're looking for. Alright, let's look for a landing pad. Right there. Very nice. So we got a nasty storm here. Let's see what it's like, huh? Burning gas clouds, extreme storm. It's nearly 600 degrees on the planet. And you see my storm protection is dropping like a rock. Let's hang out in the ship for just a couple moments and wait for the storm to clear. It's going to be a nasty planet to find a ship on, though. 600 degrees. What in the world? That's Fahrenheit, folks. You folks out there in other countries that use Celsius, you do the math. That's a hot. Shouldn't these animals be bursting and exploding? Well, they're native to the land, so. Yep, sooner or later here. And it's daytime at least. At least that's something that'll help us out a little bit. I don't know, maybe we should give it a chance. Thing is, we gotta climb a bunch of ladders in this heat. Do we have any batteries on us? We do, we got 10. We should be alright. Alright, I'll give it a shot. Hey, buddy. You're a big boy. Nasty planet. We're going to climb up the stairs this time, or ladders, if you will. Because our jetpack will definitely not make it to the top, but then again... Alright, there we go. Should pause it during the storm, while we're doing this. Okay, good. Artemis activated. Multiple signal sources available. This tower hosts a powerful transmitter designed to facilitate holographic communication across long distances. The extra power should allow me to re-establish the connection to Artemis. Turn to Artemis. Tune to Artemis. I tried to locate Artemis frequency, uploading the data from our previous communication. Okay. And while we're talking, it should again pause our heat, if you will. Who's there? You? It's you again, isn't it? You really are real, aren't you? You aren't a dream? Say you hope so. I'm sorry, it's hard to think here. Something's wrong with the bzz. It's easy to create a better reality when you have to. I thought you might be a dream. I'm sorry, I haven't heard another voice in so long. Not since I cut the speaker from my exosuit. It said such terrible things. Ask who they are. Stranger smiles through the static. I'm just like you. You are a traveler of worlds, aren't you? Ask how they know. They do not respond with speech. They transmit a vision, a red star in a fragile world. I do not understand the shapes within, the whispers. I see life forms scattered to the far reaches of the galaxies. I see this stranger's first breath yearning for the stars. I see myself slumbering in the crimson void, waiting for a dream of worlds. And through the darkness, I hear it said. Anomaly detected. Designation Traveler. Awaken. What I showed you just now, it has haunted me since I awoke. You must recognize it too. We are the travelers, discoverers of worlds. From the moment you opened your eyes, you must have known you were not like the others. So did I. Before I became stranded here, I was on a journey to finally meet. It cannot be a coincidence that you found the signal. Tell me, do you still have the data log from the crashed ship? Yes. I upload my exosuit's records, including the strange transmission I received and the data I found at the crashed vessel. Much of my equipment is damaged. I'm alone, on foot, stranded on a sunless world. I don't even know how your signal is reaching me, but this ship you found, it belonged to me once. Perhaps there is no hope. There is hope after all. We need to work out where we both are. If you build signal boosters across the system, we should be able to triangulate your position. I'll be able to find my way out, and you'll get all the answers you seek. Agree with the plan. Thank you, Traveler. You are going to save my life. You're going to find me. Okay. Now, the heat is still dropping, but only because of the temperature being in the 200s now. Only, I say. Okay. So, what we're going to do here, let's get in here for just a moment. We'll warm back up, or cool back off, if you will. And we need to make a signal booster. Now, they take a little bit to make. I'm not mistaken. I think it's metal plates and carbon nanotubes, but we'll find out in a moment. Okay, signal booster, metal plate, carbon nanotube. Oops, sorry. We need carbon. And this is a very, very, very hot planet. Because even at regular temperatures, it's 212 degrees. So... there we go. Alright, that looks good. Okay, carbon nanotube, metal plate. Signal booster. Drop it down. Access it, triangulate position.
Navigational data received.
And then just pick it up again. You don't have to create 3 of them, just create 1. Now, before we go, we want to find ourselves something. So as I fly around, I'm looking for someone that's called a digger. Let's see what we can find. Now that we have an advanced mining laser, we can do this. Oh, getting stuck on a graphic glitch. That happens on occasion. Oh, there you go. That's the guy we're looking for. There he is up there. We're gonna piss off some sentinels when we do this, though. Just a heads up. And we're gonna switch over to our bolt caster. That'll take him out faster. We did need the mirror, so that's a good thing. But as we run away, we're gonna see if we can find another one in the distance. Oh boy, I really upset these guys. There's a lot of them. Alright. Take another look. Yeah, I don't see any. That's really interesting. Alright. We do need some crystals, so as the timer drops down, which I thought it would by now. Oh, boy. Okay, well, we got a problem here then. We need some radiant shards and some Atlantadium, so we're going to get both. Go. Let's get some more crystals.
Thermal protection falling.
I can't believe that we don't have a timer going with these guys. Well, that's not good. That means it's glitched out. Okay. There's my ship bed over there. Okay, let's head in that direction. So what we're going to do is, in order to try to get these things they are in aggro state right now. In order to de-aggro them, we're going to have to create a save point and then restart. Oh, I thought that was a... Yeah, it is. That was just a plant in front of it.
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharge.
Okay. Oh. Suddenly they have given up. Okay, well, that'll be good. Go find another one. So what we're looking for at one of those diggers is we're looking for something called an echolocator. And the echolocator will help us locate a camp and in turn locate a ship. And the good thing about an echolocator as well is that they tend to, there it is right there. They tend to only be present at times. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this guy, and he should tell us whether he's got one or not. He has an inverted mirror. Okay, so we'll take a look around. Did I just have somebody shoot me? Why are they shooting me? That's just rude. Let me see if I can take off and land. I can. Fascinating. There's another one right over here. Yep. Okay, these guys are in just rare form right now.
Life support power low. Thermal protection falling. Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Ooh, we got one. Okay, good. Life support's getting low. We're going to use some oxygen this time. Okay. Now, the great thing about an echolocator
Data received. Technology
is it should find us the camp. There we go, that way. They're usually not very far away. Yeah, 30 seconds, that's not terrible. Now we're in the middle of a storm, 600 degrees, so this ought to be fun. But whatever ship we find to start with, I think will be a good starting point. We'll just go with it for now. Anytime now. I knew we were 30 seconds away, but come on. It's going further. Hey, look at that crash freighter. Right there. Alright, so we're going to land as we can close to the center of this camp. Alright, so here we go. We're in the middle of a storm, so this is going to be kind of tough. There we go. Our shells consumed by fire, our minds purged by betrayal, banished to the glass beneath, forgotten by creation. But no longer, we are given life as Zzz gives life to themselves. We shall create ourselves in our own image. The terminal repeats this message endlessly, a loop chanted out across its circuits. A strange interface glows with a familiar sequence of glyphs. We're going to scan the memory registers. So we got to do the math here. So 2, 8, and 13. Harmony. Input the glyphs. 2, 8, 13. 2, 8. And then 13. 13, 13 on the next level over here. Compliance. Access granted. Harmony awaits you. Lift the lockdown. The terminal buzzes discordant, but its circuits do appear to comply with my request. Whatever force was locking down the camp has been lifted. With the lockdown lifted, the terminal spits out blueprints for a piece of hybrid jetpack technology, a fusion of Sentinel and something else, something familiar and yet distant. Just distant, the Aeron turbojet. We're going to go back in. We're going to deactivate the multi-tool seal. Accord. Deactivated. Back in one more time. And we're going to locate dissonant spikes. Now what we can do here, we can drop down a base computer, and that will allow us to come back here and look for ships anytime we want, especially once we get the ship that we're after right now. So I'm going to do that. And you don't have to build anything, just leave the base computer there. So, nasty planet, but you know what? I just have a feeling. Okay, there's our Sentinel weapon. It's a B class, not bad. It's got a couple supercharged slots on it. It's the hijack laser we're interested in. If we can repair this with one of those inverted mirrors, that'll be great. We do need to get a second inverted mirror because we'll need one for our ship. So if I can open that spot up, we'll be in good shape. But anyway, moving on. We're going to take it. Go back to our other multi-tool. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to just recharge for a second. I'm going to stay here because there's also these wheelbarrows. They're not in the best of shape right now, but the wheelbarrows that are around the outer perimeter also give you some really nice things. Let me just make sure I have room in my inventory. Yeah, we're good. Alright, yeah, we should be good. Gotta watch out for the flames, though. There's two there. 3, 4. 5. Look at it drop. 6. And there should be one more. 7. Okay, let's get in our ship. Our ship is on fire. There we go. That was weird. Never seen my ship on fire before. Okay, so I got some runaway mold and living slime, and I didn't really get much of anything else. That was pretty lame. Okay. Alright, so where is the ship at? That way. Okay, this one is pretty far away, so we're going to have to go out into space and come back. It's not very common that it finds a ship on the other side of the planet from you. Like I said, I do need to get one more of those mirrors. So we'll keep an eye open for it. Alright, here we go. Okay, take a quick look around and I'll just see if there happens to be a... Boy, those guys are just out to get me. Look at them. Sheesh. Alright, this looks like a pretty decent little fighter. I think I like him. Take the stuff out of it, including the Hylian brain, and that's what we need to free it. This gives us some stuff on occasion. Maybe we'll have some mirrors. Nope, just has Fecium. I'll take it because we'll need it at some point. Okay, that's going to send us to a monolith. Is over here. Whoa, too fast. Okay. Occasionally you run into a problem where it decides it doesn't want to let you land. I don't have any answers for you on that, guys. Okay. Alright, ancient site stirs as I approach, some stone scraping against stone. Warmth radiates from the Highline brain within my pack, as though in response. The mind of the ship child is interlocked with the hive. Current instructions seek and eliminate anomalies. Enmesh archival sentience with surrogate entity? Present the brain? I fumble with the ship's brain, almost dropping it as it glows unbearably hot in my hands. The pain radiates far beyond my hands, an unearthly heat. A heat that melts glass. Its circuitry shifts and then grows still. The brain seems to accept my presence now. Harmonic brain. Status docile. So we now have a harmonic brain. Do we have another inverted mirror anywhere? Yeah, there's one right there. 600 away. Alright, let me see if I can get him. Where's my ship? Very common thing I say all the time. There you are. How's my thrusters doing? We'll need one more. There we go. Where did it go? I just marked it. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to find this one on our own. Alright, guess we can't find it. That happens every now and then. I don't know why, but it does. Okay. And it's doing it again. There you go. Okay, out we go. Let's get our ship. And when we have better protection, maybe we'll come back. There we go. Oh, good, 2 supercharged slots already. Interesting. I'll take it. Okay, good deal. But we're going to take this ship back instead. Alright. We'll pull it in later.
Technology recharge.
That's off planet, if I remember correctly. This is one nasty, nasty planet.
Extreme night temperature detected.
There we go. Off we go. Looks like it's going to be the moon. There we go. That's also going through a storm right now. It doesn't say it's a... Yeah, it's an approximate location. Is that what I think it is? Yes, it is. It is a drop pod. But now I can make what I need. How are we doing on sodium? We're doing good. Carbon nanotube. There we go. Ooh, we got ourselves a... Why do we have sentinels? This is...
Protection falling.
They're coming over here to attack me? Unbelievable.
Technology repaired. Technology repaired.
Sodium nitrate. I need 10 sodium nitrate.
Technology recharge.
It wasn't sodium that I needed. So I need 20 of this. Mine are not empty. I know it's not empty. It's the first time I've ever had it do that to me.
Technology repaired.
Alright, so now we can add an upgrade to our suit and put it down here, and then we're going to start working our way across the top. Alright. Can't see me while I'm inside for some reason.
Toxic protection.
Okay.
Falling.
Let's wait in here until they give up. Let's see what we got. Yeah, nothing. Nothing to write home to Mother about.
Sentinel combat unit deployed.
I don't know why. I think that this planet shouldn't have aggressive sentinels. Let me check here. No. Spread thin. It's not aggressive planet. See? When they're aggressive, they'll tell you that they're aggressive. None of these are aggressive. But we're also not getting a timer again. This is weird. Alright, let me see what we can do here. Pretty powerful little gun.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Okay, time to leave. Whoops, don't want to do that again. Very, very strange. Why does it say that we're being challenged even out here? This is really, really weird, guys. Alright, let's go back over here. We didn't do the booster, didn't we? Planetary interference. We forgot to do the booster. Hold on. Very strange. I got so involved with the fight that I forgot all about it. Let's find some place to land. Tired of using our thrusters for it. We'll figure this out. It's very odd. I don't think we're going to find anything. All right, so
Alert. Navigational data received.
okay. Ready for next position. Over there. Where is there? Looks like it's back to our original planet. This was the craziest Sentinel episode I've had in a while. There, right there. Okay, done.
Data received. Thermal protection
Oh, you know what? While we're here. No? Okay. I'm gonna try something. If it'll work. Right? Here. You know, if we had our Sentinel ship, this would be easier. Can't see a blessed thing because of the heat.
thermal protection falling.
Yeah. Off we go. That'll get that one spot fixed on our multi-tool. Alright, so we're done. Yeah, here we go. When I first reached out to the heavens, I had no idea what to expect. The beauty, the mystery, the adventure, the danger, and here we are, aren't we? Go to a holoterminus, upload your data, and let's find each other. Okay. What planet do you want to take me to this time that everybody will attack me on? Same planet, huh? Strange. Nope, it's gonna be this place again. Good news is, has a landing pad. So we don't lose any launch fuel. Alright. So now, we can try to go up here, but... let's see. Never gonna make it. So. Go to here. You can use your jetpack up the ladder if you want. Go to the next ladder. Jetpack up the ladder. Just make sure you get past it before you start doing anything different. Up the ladder. And there you go. Okay, it's going to give us the same exact information as before, so I'm not going to read that. Alright, here we go. And there's Artemis. Have you triangulated your position? Let me know when you're ready to receive some data. Confirm. Excellent. We're really getting somewhere. Hold on. I'll just... Artemis transmits some data of their own. A star chart showing the skies around their location. I don't have any equipment. I don't know where I am. I don't even know how long I've been here. So I've taken an old-fashioned approach. I've sketched the stars. You should find plenty of locals able to match our star patterns. My ship was nearby, so we can't be far apart. I'll patch my translator through so that you can understand what they're saying. You'll need to calibrate it first, but that should only take a few words. Good luck, or maybe see you soon. Alright. We got the Artemis translator. It's going to require us to get a microprocessor and 100 copper. Okay. Alright, while we're here, we can put this in here too, the oxygen recycler. That should help us out a little bit. Alright. And it does give us hazmat gauntlets, but I think I might have gotten them by accident. Anyway, moving on. Alright, down we go. Alright. So our next option is to... yeah, I don't know why those sentinels will not shut down. Is to get copper and... let's see. Copper deposit at 131. Let's check it out. There we go. I'm just going to leave it on a medium setting. We definitely have the 100 already, but I'm going to go ahead and try to clear this out while we can, while nobody's bugging me. This is a very large deposit. We could spend all day in a smaller setting, but on this planet I don't want to mess around. All right. All right, how much did we get? 500 out of that? Good grief. Okay. Classic saying, where is my ship? There we go.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Yep, we ain't sticking around. I'm not worried about it. Oh, wait a minute. Get what we can while we're here. All right. And we're done. Okay, and what was the other thing we needed? I think a microprocessor, right? So, let's go ahead and put the copper in. And let's go to the space station, shall we? Maybe we can finally get these guys disengaged from us if we hit the space station. Still trying to figure that out, why it's showing me that. I don't think that's there. I think that's a glitch in the matrix, if you will. Because there's no planet over there. So when you look up here, there's literally nothing over there. Very, very odd. Been seeing that happen a little bit lately. It's very weird. Now it tells me to summon the Anomaly and bring news to them, but let me hit the space station first. There we go. There we go. Tell me how many sentinels I've killed, probably. Alright, sell. Get rid of that. I'm keeping that. Yeah, keep it for now. Let's get rid of that. Alright, so we are going to get one of you. Alright, you know what we should do? Do what we usually do. Hold on. Where's the ferrite? There it is. Alright, pyrite. Ooh, that's a good one to get. Good for fuel for your ship. Excellent. Alright, so this is a weapon shard. It should upgrade this weapon here and give it even more damage capabilities. That's actually a pretty nice one. I'm actually impressed by that. This is for our life support. Okay, good deal. Let me get the microprocessor and fix this so we can move it. Life support. Life support. Life support. Let's see what it gives us. Nice. More health. Even better. That's good stuff right there. Alright, good, good, good. We'll leave it there. Alright, now we're running out of room up here. Go figure. Okay, so we have a couple different things we can do here now. We can go ahead and switch out to our other multi-tool and do a little fixing on it, so I can now fix this.
Component
And I'll open this whole section up in here. This one needs a crystallized heart. It's going to take some time before I can do that. But this mining laser is by far the best part of this. So, all right, let me see what we got here. A very damaging weapon. So, mining beam. I'd like to do the advanced mining beam, but yeah, we can do it. Hermetic seal and a carbon nanotube. I think we have the ability to do that. Yeah. That'll make this a very powerful weapon. The mining beam on this is going to be fantastic. It'll be great to use that. I'm even going to give up on my S-Class possibly in order to do this. How much does it take to build one of these? The hydrogen jelly and carbon nanotubes? I don't think I can buy carbon nanotubes, but I think I can get dihydrogen jellies. Oh, there's one. Let me get a few of them. Okay. Carbon nanotubes, I need 2. There we go. So I'm going to build that in this. There we go. Alright, so that makes this a formidable different a device here. I do want to get the ability to open these up, so we're going to need a couple crystallized hearts, and the Atlantidium we'll need more of as time goes by. Alright, and let's take a look at the ship that we ended up getting. Hold on. There we go. Take a look at that. See, that's a nice looking ship for the most part. I think that'll work out fine. It's got a cyclotron ballista, and I never really was happy about these things, but I noticed that when you're fighting sentinel ships, it disables them temporarily. So that's really good. The weapons is pretty good. Anti-gravity, that's the launcher. That's our sublight. So this is a pulse drive. That's our hyperdrive. Look at the hyperdrive range. 800. It's fantastic. Got a shield. That's our pilot interface. We can put that anywhere. I might put that over here, actually. And then finally, yeah, that's our launchers. Okay, good. Alright, so we're going to move stuff over into the ship because that stuff will be handy over there. This is how you charge it up. Okay, so it's ready. So that'll be a nice ship to use for the time being. Let me switch back. I'm thinking about switching over temporarily for a little while from the Radiant Shard. Let's do that. And we'll stop at a Dissonant world and start picking up some stuff on the way. There we go. All right, we're just going through things that we can take with us. Okay, move everything over. This is the tough part, unfortunately, doing all this. Keep that. Let's move that over. So this will become our primary ship for a while. Okay. Thrusters. Hyperdrive. So at 800, that gives us almost 1100. Okay, better to put you in there. Okay. Okay, one more time. And what do we need out of the ship here? Let's take you. Take you. I'll take both of these too, because why not, right? There you go. Okay. And we can put those over. $1,200. 1,300. All right. Very nice. Shields are now at maximum. Okay. We'll put the economy scanner there. Alright. That'll take care of that. Okay, we just need some Sentinel cannon upgrades, which is basically the photon cannon. The cannons on these things are usually pretty powerful, so they're worth having an upgrade or two if you can find them. Got the cyclotron, but I'm not interested. We got a B and a C class for that. I was hoping for an A. No, no A's. Okay, let's grab a B for now, just to boost it just a little bit. Yeah, it's not much, but it's a start. Okay, so I think we're in pretty good shape. So this is how this episode is going to end. We're just going to go through a couple things and see if we can get some upgrades for everything that we've got. Get a mining beam module, that'll come in handy. Plasma launcher upgrade is always good. And bolt caster I think we'll do. Okay. Alright. That'll make that more powerful. Okay, good. Actually, that's the other one, right? Yes, it is. See, this is what happens. You get quiet because you're looking at everything here. I forgot to pull this out. I don't know if we have any room in there to get all these things in here, but we're going to do our darndest. And this will be empty if we pull it out, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. Until we get to that point that we can do stuff, we'll just leave it there for now. There we go. Yep, see, we're out of room. $32. Okay, that's better there. Alright, good. We have just enough room for all this stuff in here. Yeah, and I'll hold on to that. That'll go on my ship. Okay. Good deal. Alright, I think we're in a good shape now to get things done. Alright. Let's take this out for a spin, shall we? Right. So we're gonna be calibrating this with everything that we've got as far as the, yeah, look at that. We can shoot forever with this thing. Very nice. And we finally got rid of the aggro on these sentinels. Alright, good. So we got ourselves a decent ship. It'll work for all intents and purposes now and get us pretty far along. Alright, good. So the folks, we're going to call this episode done. And I want to thank you all for watching. Went a little overtime on this one. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. We're going to pick up on this one. We're going to go calibrate our translator, and then we're going to have some chores to do for Artemis and for several other creatures as well. And that'll just lead right into the story as we keep going. So again, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.